Checkers custard, the custard way smooth. To make am no hard, e dey easy and you fit take am anytime. E dey blend well with akara, moi moi, opa, masa, beans, and plenty other food. Make you go for correct custard wey dey nourish body and im taste dey sweet belle. Better custard for everybody for the family. Checkers. Na correct custard be that.
Are you looking for spacious, serene, beautiful, and comfortable environment for your event? Then Nta Lagos Channel 10 premises is the place with about 3,065 capacity. Nta Lagos Channel 10 premises provides a well-secured land and car parking lot for your wedding reception, birthday party, church, and school end of the year event. Our conference hall is convenient for company annual general meetings, lectures, seminars, or workshops. With just 150,000 naira only, you can use our entire space and also have your event covered and aired on our social diary program, Maryland. For more inquiries, please contact our marketing department, MT Lagos Channel 10, Tejurisho, or call our telephone number, Chibuzo 0812 324 5519, Aisha 0816 003 3830, Gmo 0803 830 1669. NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises, affordable just for you.
NTA TV College Jos, an affiliate of Ahmadu Bello University Zaria, is currently admitting students for its ordinary diploma programs in television journalism, television production, and television engineering. Interested candidates are advised to obtain relevant information concerning eligibility at our website at www.ntatvc.edu.ng or marketing department of any NTA station nationwide. For further information, contact Assistant Director, Marketing, NTA TV College Jos on 0803 314 4383 or the Academic Office of the College on 0806 980 9807. Announcer, Registrar.
Nta 10 Station for Excellence.
On the news tonight, President Buhari departs Nigeria 2020 Expo in Dubai. Plus, NCDC confirms new COVID-19 variants in Nigeria. A very good evening to you, and it's good to have you join us on News at 7 on NT Lagos Channel 10. I am Anuluwapo Oluwatoki. President Muhammadu Buhari departs Abuja today, Wednesday, to attend Expo 2020 Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. The statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, stated that the Expo would provide another opportunity for the Nigeria delegation to highlight significant strides in the economy in the last 6 years as basis for making the country important destination for foreign direct investments aside touring the Nigeria Pavilion at the Expo on Friday, Nigeria National Day. The President will also receive in audience prospective investments as well as need
with His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces, and Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of the Emirates of Dubai. President Buhari is expected back in Abuja on Sunday, December 5th, 2021. Meanwhile, plans are ongoing to strengthen bilateral relations between Nigeria and Brazil through trade and cultural exchange. Consul General Brazil in Lagos, Francisco Liz, stated this at an interactive section in Lagos. Joy Ken Abakuya reports.
For decades, Nigeria and Brazil have explored and nurtured a traditional relationship that cuts across infrastructural development, healthcare, trade, and culture. This alliance has been of great benefit to both nations. To sustain and solidify this relationship, the Consulate General Brazil in Lagos will in 2022 unveil the Brazil Trade Mission.
The influence of the Yoruba culture in Brazil is so strong that Salvador is the capital of the state of Bahia, is considered the Yoruba capital of the Americas. And Yoruba is the official language from the city. And also, it was declared official language in the city of Rio, also the second biggest city in Brazil. So those are the kind of links that predate both of our independence.
The consulate is promoting activities between Brazil and Nigeria.
This will help us to at least some of the cultures that we don't know. You understand about that. It will help us to know more about their culture, and then too we know about our own culture.
This event is to further strengthen and promote cultural exchange and trade between Nigeria and Brazil.
Brazil being a Portuguese country, or Portuguese-speaking country,
while urging stakeholders to harness the opportunities it will provide for trade and educational agreements, Ambassador Francisco Luz says the trade mission is also an avenue for cultural heritage exchange, which will serve as a solid foundation for collaborations that will bring continued and sustainable growth and development to Nigeria and Brazil. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakuya, NTA News.
The Lagos State House of Assembly has committed the 2022 Executive Appropriation Bill to joint committees on finance, economic planning, and budget after the bill scaled second reading on the floor of the Assembly. Musa Toliat reports that the Lagos Assembly also deliberated on the state pension reforms bill.
7 days after Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu presented the 2022 appropriation bill to the Lagos State House of Assembly, the lawmakers are intensifying efforts to ensure its passage in good time. This would, however, not come on a platter of gold, as deliberations on the bill were critical and probing. As the lawmakers read the bill for a second time, Chairman of the House Committee on Finance, Rotimi Olowo, noted that some of the ministries, departments, and agencies performed woefully in 2021, adding that there is need for some of the revenue-generating institutions of the government to be rejigged.
Over the time, the overhead of all these MDAs keep increasing when their performance is decreasing. I think in as much as borrowing for infrastructure is good, but we must not overborrow so that we don't mortgage the future of our children.
Chairman of the Committee on Economic Planning and Budget, Bola Yishao, suggested that the House should approve only what is feasible, and that if the state needed more, it could make a recourse to the Assembly.
We need to look at this budget critically. The empirical records we have on ground does not show that we can sustain that revenue that we're projecting.
There were also commendations for the executive over impressive budgetary proposal for capital expenditure and education.
Mr. Speaker, the advantage of this appropriation as made is that the citizens of the state will enjoy more.
Meanwhile, the House at the sitting passed the bills to amend the Lagos State Pension Reforms Law, which amends the public office holders' payment of pensions in the state. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
The Director General, National Youth Service Corps, Brigadier General Shoaib Ibrahim, has charged Batch B Stream C Corps members deployed to Lagos State to be resilient, patriotic, and shun all forms of misconduct. The Director General, who visited the new batch of COP members at the Yanopaja orientation camp, urged them to take their oath of allegiance seriously during and after service for national integration. Ometere Chedu tells us more.
The National Youth Service Scheme was designed to promote national integration and values amongst the youths. The NYC boss, Brigadier General Shuaib Ibrahim, advised the over 2,000 core members to be ready and committed to the cause of nation building as future leaders. He also stressed the need for them to prioritize their health and take the COVID-19 vaccine while taking advantage of the orientation course to promote team spirit and unity.
In order where the federal government has given directive for public workers, NYC core members, and staff, also inclusive, when December 1st, you are going to show your evidence of vaccination before you are allowed to offices.
Brigadier General Shuaib Ibrahim reiterated the need for the core members to be security conscious as government will continue to ensure their safety.
They must shun any act of criminality, cybercrime, drugs, and so on and so forth. First, they must be patriotic and ensure that the spirit of the NYC, as I said earlier, lives in them.
The NYC DG advised them to accept their posting in good faith, settle down in their host communities, and contribute their quota to national development. In Lagos, Ometere Chiedu, NTA News.
You're still watching news at 7 on Nta Lagos Channel 10. More to come after this time out. Please don't go away.
How to make a perfect bowl of love? A perfect blend of taste that brings every ingredient to life. The fusion of different spices. The unique aroma that rejuvenates your senses. The heart-warming deliciousness. And the satisfaction that comes from every bite, which makes you say, I love my Indomie. How to make a perfect bowl of love? A perfect blend of taste that brings every ingredient to life. The fusion of different spices. The unique aroma that rejuvenates your senses. The heart-warming deliciousness. And the satisfaction that comes from every bite, which makes you say, I love my Indomie.
Glad to have you back. As the world marks World AIDS Day, people around the world unite to show support for people living with and affected by HIV and to remember those who lost their lives to AIDS. This World Day is highlighting the urgent need to end the inequalities that drive AIDS and all the pandemics around the world. Without bold action against inequalities, the world risks missing the target to end AIDS by 2030, as well as a prolonged COVID-19 pandemic and a spiraling social and economic crisis. Today, the world is off track from delivering the shared commitment to end AIDS by 2030, not because of a lack of knowledge or tools to beat AIDS, but because of structural inequalities that obstruct proven solutions to HIV prevention and treatment. Eradicating COVID-19 is what the world is trying to achieve. This requires collaborative efforts by both governments and individuals. Experts at the Conference on Infectious Diseases says vaccination is one of the effective ways of defeating the virus, the reports. When COVID-19 was first discovered in China in 2019, not many had thought the disease would linger. However, almost 2 years after, with more than 250 million cases and over 5 million global deaths, the disease rages on, birthing new and deadlier variants. For now, vaccination is the major means of reducing deaths from COVID-19, but only a small number of Nigerians have been vaccinated so far. And so this infectious disease, experts said there is a need to speedily implement a national vaccine strategy for the pandemic.
We want to call on all Nigerians to come out to get vaccinated because vaccines, and in this instance, COVID-19 vaccine, is the best strategy to halt the challenge of COVID-19.
With the recent discovery of Omicron, termed the worst ever COVID-19 variant in South Africa, speakers at this event say getting more Nigerians to immediately and massively buy into the vaccination exercise is the only way to defeat the pandemic and neutralize its negative socio-economic impacts.
Our history of vaccines has been positive. Smallpox, measles, our children don't die because of it. Polio, we don't see it anymore. That's vaccine. So I truly don't understand why we allow a few people who are sometimes mischievous on internet and set messages out. Why are we believing them when the evidence before us shows vaccines work?
Vaccine is safe. Secondly, is the vaccine effective? The answer is yes. It is way, way better to take the vaccine than not to take it. Because clearly, from the second wave into the third wave, we see that the people who got the more severe disease were those that didn't get the vaccine.
This infectious disease, experts also say, while focusing on prevention control through vaccination, strengthening the nation's health systems is vital to guarding against infectious diseases. In Lagos, Anuluwapo Oluwatoki, NTA News. In the same vein, the NCDC has confirmed 3 cases of COVID-19 of Omicron variant in Nigeria. The cases, it says, are linked to passengers from South Africa. A statement by the NCDC Director General, Dr. Ifedayo Adedifa, explains that the cases were discovered through the genome sequencing of samples from the routine travel test required from all international travelers carried out at the NCDC Reference Laboratory in Abuja. In view of the highly likely increased transmissibility of the Omicron variant, the NCDC recommends the states encourage the use of the approved base rapid diagnostic test for rapid testing of the population in public setting. Omicron variant, the new strain of the COVID-19, was detected in Botswana and reported by South Africa. This prompted some countries to impose travel ban on Southern African countries. Meanwhile, Canada has extended travel ban to Nigeria after a reported discovery of 2 Omicron variants from 2 passengers from Nigeria. Up next is Sports Updates with Benga Oloyede.
Home ground football pitch Bola in Surulere area was full to capacity with young talented grassroots footballer. The football competition was all a show of skill and brilliance as the young boys displayed their talents.